We need to know what's really going on. Blink twice if I'm in danger.
Well, maybe not. Let's not answer that one, right?
That's Blink Twice. Just in case you guys don't know what you're getting into, the story is about when a tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. All right, so I did not get a chance to watch this, but I am so glad that my colleagues here were willing to pick up my slack. I appreciate you guys. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and just get into this. Let's talk about your initial impressions. Mayte, let's start with you. How did you feel when you found out about this movie when you first saw the trailer? What was your initial impression?
When I first saw the trailer, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm really a big fan of thrillers. So I'm like, okay, this I'm definitely going to see. And then when I saw Zoë Kravitz was the director, I was like, okay, this should be very interesting. So I was like, you know, she's a good actress. I really like her. So I was like, I wanted to see where her, you know, creativeness was going to go. And yeah.
That's what's up. How about you, AB? What was your initial impression when I dropped this on you?
I already saw the trailer of this. This seemed interesting. This is where, you know, we haven't seen Zoë Kravitz for a little bit. You know, she's doing a little couple of guest roles, as they said she was going to make a movie. And I'll go ahead and say my very, very lengthy sheet of stuff that I wrote down about this movie yesterday.
All right. Well, we're definitely gonna give you that opportunity. He said very lengthy. All right. Well, you know, it must have really made you feel some type of way. He was like, man,
I love thrillers, but there's some things that you just gotta. There are some things,
all right. Well, we're gonna give you every opportunity without spoiling it, though. You know, for our people that haven't seen it.
No. Yeah. I'm mad at. Trust me, I'm mad at it. I'm willing to spoil, but I'm not gonna go ahead. I'll let you guys see it.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Dad Panther. Initial impression.
I've been waiting. I don't know how long. I've been waiting my whole life for this movie. I'm gonna make a name for myself. I had nothing to no expectation whatsoever. That's why I just did the quote from Gambit, because the last time I saw Tatum, he was either dancing, Magic Mike, step it up type of stuff, and then fast forward to this. So this wasn't on my radar at all. I had no clue.
You didn't see him in Fly Me to the Moon?
No, it's on my list to watch. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either.
Man. All
right, G.I. Joe with.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right, yeah. Well, Fly Me to the Moon. Jessica and I need to go ahead and do a review about that one. But anyway, you know, they did you know, bring him back a little bit more recent than this. So I guess he's back relevant again. There's three movies in the same year. Maybe.
Yeah.
When it's your time, maybe. It's your time. You got good agents.
Okay. All right. So. AB, I'm curious, man. Go ahead and hit me with it, man. Let's go with your review.
You gotta save the.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said this is the big finale. All right.
I want to hear these two because I mean, especially her point of view, because I want to hear you two, especially the Dad Panther over here talking about, you know, I'm about to make a name of myself.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what the Dad Panther does.
Let's see what name you're gonna say with your review. So please.
All right, well, let's start with the Dad Panther then. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so if I go with I would say the cons of everything was, I thought it was too long. When you sit back and really, you don't feel like that in the theater. You probably won't feel like that at home, but it does feel like it is too long. Now, not in a bad way, but it does feel like there's some length into it. The other part I would say is honestly, I'm not going to say any artist or movie star's name, but this feels like this is some real that happens every fucking day. Like there's celebrities getting ready to do a movie or do an album, and this is the that happens that we're not seeing. And the fact that it happens more and more in these movies is questionable. And the final con would be, now what? Now that you've seen this movie, now you get to this end, what happens now? Again, not something that's bad, because there's a lot of conversation that can transpire from it. Now, the good stuff, I would say, Zoe, I always feel like, and that's just me as a casual moviegoer, that when a woman puts her touches on a movie, television show, or anything, there's just something about it that pops. And the scenes in this movie, the angles they gave you, the dressing, not just of the makeup, the hair, the lighting, the background was just as important as the main characters. And I love watching movies or shows like that. Off the top of my head, Murderers in the Building, another show where you watch those scenes they set up in these apartments and they come to life. And this was nothing short of that. I thought the cast did a phenomenal job in this. I thought the story, though not new, and necessarily there's a lot of movies that kind of hinted at it, but still fresh to a lot of people that watch movies. It reminded me of parts of Lovecraft. ATL actually did an episode that kind of went with this. The Crow, the previous movie that bombed at theaters that I thought I enjoyed, shit, everybody else didn't. That movie actually went into some stuff that teeters around some of the stuff that we don't have privy information to. And then more recently, you could catch streaming now is The Menu, that kind of goes into something that's kind of like this. So that will be my highs and lows for this movie.
Okay, that's what's up. Nice, clean cut to the point. Got your points out there. I appreciate that. Mayte, go ahead and let us know your highs and lows, how you felt about this movie.
I'm not gonna lie, listening to your review kind of blinked out. So I'm trying to bring it back. So I mean, my highs and lows. My highs and lows. I'm just I do agree about the length in the beginning. Certain stuff could have been a little bit cut short to still give the same effect. Um, I liked everything so far. There are some things that could have been, actually, in my opinion, I don't really think I would have changed anything about the movie, in my opinion, because I liked it. I actually want to see it again. Call me sick
Really?
in the head. I don't know, but I want to see it again. Um, I liked it. The pacing, I feel like, I guess maybe towards the middle, there was some stuff that could have been a little bit more intense to kind of give it more of a suspenseful. But for the most part, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Most of my reviews would be on the high side than the low side, so I don't really have anything to pick apart about it, me personally.
Hmm.
Um,
So let me ask you then
maybe,
the did you feel like it successfully kept you engaged with all of these awkward moments, and this did it successfully keep you engaged?
looking like towards the end of the movie, there were certain Easter eggs that happened in the beginning of the movie, but which makes me want to watch it again to see like if I can, because for me, there's always in thrillers there's a twist, so it's like
Hmm.
it's kind of fun trying to figure it out. Can you figure out the twist before it happens?
Right.
Um, in this case, I was so into the movie, I really just kind of like was there more for enjoying the ride versus like, oh, let me try to predict what's gonna happen.
Right.
So I like that. It just took me through the movie, and I like the twist that had it. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like the ending. I kind of wish
Okay.
the ending would have been a little bit. I mean, it was good. I wish it was a little bit more of a sinister ending, where I feel. I mean, it's sinister enough in its sense, but I just kind of wasn't expecting that direction. So I kind of wished a little bit more in that
Mm.
aspect. But for the most part, overall.
So it kept you engaged to the point that you want to rewatch it to see if you can see signs early and
Hmm.
try and see if it's a different experience. I like that. I can respect that. I
Yeah.
can respect that. All right, all right, all right. Look at this guy. He's itching. He's itching. He's itching. Come on, AB.
Uh-oh.
Bring it
All
home, sir. Bring it
right.
home.
So I'm going to just say this. I appreciate these two giving such good high marks into this movie because I mean, I'm probably of the other spectrum when it comes down to thrillers and stuff. There has to be, you have to not give away, but also, entice me into this movie. That being said, this is where I'm going to lead off. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the good in this movie. The good in this movie, and without being too spoilerish on this, is the realism that this actually probably has definitely happened. I mean, this is some serious Epstein Island stuff going on. That's the best way I can call it. It is literally Epstein Island stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, and there was one part that Channing Tatum really engaged the camera on that one scene about, you know, you see him apologizing, but then you just see that fake apology type stuff that is just like, thank you, Zoe Kravitz. That is real. That was real. But on the other hand, I swear for God, the best way I can call this movie for the rest is like somebody decided to mix antebellum pasta with some get out pasta with two different sauces of 365 days 365 days from Netflix and 50 Shades of Grey with a sprinkling of a little bit of sprinkling garnish of Quentin Tarantino on there, swirled it together and threw it on the wall. That's how I felt about it, because there was some parts that I'm just like, there was some cringe moments. I mean, really, I mean, me and my lady were literally sitting there just cringing. We were like, ooh, why? So I can honestly say, like I said, it just seems like somebody just threw it on there, and I'm just like, you had. I feel. What am I watching? It was like there was these parts right here that was so good, but then there was this. This is the movie that I'm just gonna say this for people who watched Alien Romulus. This is the movie you're supposed to knock something down 3 pegs. I understand the 15 minutes at the end of Alien Romulus that people are knocking it down, but that does not warrant what happened in this movie. There was a lot of stuff that was not explained, and then and probably is going to allow people are going to be like, well, I got to watch it over and over again. I had to read it to understand it, and it still didn't say it when I rewatched it again today. It was just like,
let me ask you a question. So was it cringe because the situations were just extremely done well, where it made you uncomfortable because it was awkward, or was it cringe because it was that bad?
I'm going into spoiler territory on the cringe.
No, don't go into spoiler territory. Don't do it, AB.
I'm just saying that's the only part that is just cringe. And these two probably know what I'm talking about, especially you know, the only thing I gotta just say is 2 words: being black.
Okay. All right.
That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say. That's the part that just makes it cringe.
Well,
you know, the audio actually like cut out for me, so I have like no idea what you said.
I said cringe.
He said being black. Those were his 2 words.
Oh.
Yes. That's
all right.
all I gotta say.
I'm scared. I'm scared to dive any deeper because we don't want to spoil. But I'm hoping this. I'm hoping this is good enough for people to get in these comments and let us know and go watch it and then come back. Like, oh, Panther, you got something to say?
I want to see what you gotta say.
The way I'm looking at it, and I agree with Mayte on the fact of there's so many things with this. Like, again, for Zoe to come out and direct this, phenomenal job. It being if this is legit her first time in a big screen doing something, because it didn't look first time, that's for sure. The watch again that Mayte said makes sense, because there was things I would see Easter eggs. There's certain things they place in this that almost go like a song. Like the little thing I'll give you is the first song you hear really in the movie is how the movie ends. It's not just the fact that they're bringing you on a cycle. It's also the fact that the lyrics in the word and who sings the song. There's a song called Jungle Fever. There was some stuff going on, and it just, the lyrics went with it. It was like, it was thoughtful. And for the other part, like, you know, the black part, I go deeper, a woman thing. Like David Chappelle said in a skit, was like, hey, being in a backpack in New York with $3,000, scared for my life at 3 a.m., I felt like a woman. Like, this is how women feel being out in public. And with this, the conversation of, do you take the man or the bear? That's the thing that's like, if this was enough to get me like racing, what did women feel like watching this? So I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like it borderlines, it's Get Out. Jordan Peele. It's Nope.
Mm-hmm.
It's them, the television show. Does it hit
Black
on all
Mirror.
marks? No. Yeah, exactly. Does it hit on all marks? No. But there's a lot of stuff that's in there for you to watch. There's some humor in there that probably shouldn't be, and I could see that muddling it up a little bit. But like I said, I thought it was really good. And then there's a part where he mentions the sorry, and it goes on a deeper level. Like the tagline for this is forgiveness is a gift. And a lot of times we see with corporations and celebrities, like they say sorry, but do they mean it? If they told you, would you be fine with it? So I like I said, I don't look at this as a bad movie per se. I would recommend this movie, but I can see tough conversations coming from watching this movie, whether alone or with anybody.
Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you guys long because I know we got other engagements. I appreciate y'all. I will say this though, based on what I've heard, because I didn't see the movie. So me on the outside looking in, it sounds like it did its job by making you guys uncomfortable and sparking these conversations. So I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, AB. But hey, I respect your opinion. You know, he hit me up immediately.
I got to be the odd one out. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey, look, after I watched it again, last night I was calling it trash. Today is it's okay.
Okay, well then you know what? Let's get your rating now official. Is it a classic? Is it a good watch? Is it catch on streaming? Is it not doing it for me? Is it oh hell no? Or if you ever show me this again, I will slap you. And I you know I don't have the sound effects that JS1 brings to the table, but you know we all can't be JS1. Go ahead, AB.
For people, I would just say it's not doing it for me. I would say it was last night would have been I would have slapped you because I told you that.
No, yeah, you absolutely did. That was the message I got.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
okay.
you got that. But when I saw it again today and had a chance to wrap a few things and saw some of the scenes again and how they do that, it's a one-time watch for people in my circle. You know, I would just say just give it a one-time watch. It's not you know, if you want to go see it again, that's take it the way how you want it, but it's a one-time watch. But you know, for theaters, she should have tried to do it a streaming platform.
I got you, man. I love this. Mayte, how you feeling? Is it a classic, good watch, catch on streaming, not doing it for me, oh hell no, or if you ever show me this again, I will slap you?
It's definitely a good watch. I'm kind of in between. I don't know. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course, there's some triggering stuff that it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
But you know me, I like gory, I like crazy, unconventional things, and it does conversations. I feel like that was the whole point of the movie. I don't know, I feel like Zoe's always been centered around certain conversations in the sense of you know, being outside of the box. So I feel like that definitely goes into play with the movie. It shows you know, the Hollywood stuff. You don't know what's going on over there, but
right.
I don't know. For me, I want to say it's a classic because I can
so
watch
you
it.
switch it. Give me an official. I need you to lock in on one or the other. Mayte, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be a classic for me.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
She just nudged it up. She just, hey, your review is your review. This is real review. Whatever you really feeling.
I will not yuck your yum, sister.
There's a lot of metaphors
because
there
is some messages there.
There's a lot.
It's not even just Hollywood. It's when I say the realism is there.
It's a lot.
Like billionaires. This is what people with money, like FU money, could probably be doing.
I mean,
now.
who better to do a movie like this than somebody who grew up in the behind the scenes of the industry? Like literally from birth, she's been in this industry. So
there's a line in there. There's a line in there that goes with what you just said. I'm just saying, it's almost felt like certain people were talking through people.
All right, man. Yo, woo, Dad Panther, talk to me. Classic, good watch.
I'm not gonna make you go. I'm not gonna make you go. It's a classic, okay. There are some elements. Again, this movie is only an hour and 40 something minutes, and the conversation is it could be too long. The conversations are it might be a joke, it might be psychological. It was doing stuff, and I think it did what it needed to do. I think coming out in theater was great. It cost them $20 million to make this movie. They've already made $14 million worldwide, 7 or 8 million what they picked up in the U.S. Another weekend or two, they've made their money back. When it goes to streaming, don't be surprised if you hear the conversation on this. Now, I will say, like Mayte said, trigger trigger motherfucking warning. Domestic abuse, sexual assault, everything you can think of, whether woman, man, you're gonna see that. But this movie, again, without spoiling something, there's even a part of it that's biblical, like almost like snakes talking in the garden, like telling them kind of what to do. Like you can break. There's even like indigenous people there that are in the background with small roles that you would think is insignificant, and you can put it with the history of time. So I just think this movie is gonna go over so many fucking people's heads. But if you could watch Get Out and break that shit down deep for hours on end, if you can break down a Kendrick Lamar album for hours on end, then I believe you could do the same thing with this movie.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you guys. This was very eye-opening. I really love this conversation. I love the fact that it is sparking more conversation. All right.
Blink.
Like I said,
I walk right into that.
Epstein Island, man. That's
the original title for this movie was called Pussy Island. I'm just like, you know, that was what they were going with until they changed. I
see it. But I think Blink is a little better.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
I think Blink Twice is a better choice, but I'm just from what I'm hearing, I get it. All right, so Mayte, Dad Panther, AB, I really appreciate you guys. Everybody, if you haven't had a chance to watch this movie, I hope this review pushes you to go watch this movie. And if once you do come back in the comments, let us know what you thought. Let us know if you thought it had rewatchability, if you thought it was cringy, if you thought it was triggering. We want to hear from you guys, and we want to know what you thought about our review. All right, so again, this is a Real Reviews team, and we will see you guys on the next one.